first up, I want to ask you, not only are you playing this icon, you are an executive producer on the project. What was that like for you, and how did it differ from some of your previous projects?
Well, in my previous projects, I was the hired actress, So you do your job and you go home, right? But this allowed me to be more involved and more present, have more of a say so. And I think it was necessary and needed because this project is so personal to me. And it allowed me to make sure that at least I feel like I've done or was there to do whatever I was intended to do and to see it through, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
So, what was important to you, both as an actress and as a producer, that the audience learned about Aretha in this instance?
I think what was important to me is for them to know like who she was as a person. Like, and definitely her faith. That was most crucial to me. And even for me personally, to make sure that was always ever present throughout the film, no matter what she was going through in her journey, no matter what genre of music she may have been singing, like we got to make sure the gospel and her faith is in it through it all.
So, in the 1960s, the entertainment business, as it pertains to women, particularly Black women, was
Mhm.
very different in some ways than it currently is now. What was surprising to you about that power dynamic, especially between Black men and Black women in that celebrity laden world?
Oh my God, it was drastically different from the way we live today. Like I mean, as women, we still have adversities, but we've overcome in a lot of ways, at least since then. So to learn, that's what created the challenge as an actor to portray Aretha in that era. Like women like to learn. Well, how did women exist then? What adversities did they face then? We can't even relate to that now. So it changes the way you move, the way you exist, how much you can say and express. So in order to portray it, I needed to have an understanding of what it was like to be a woman in the 60s, to be a Black woman in the 60s, to be a wife, to be a mother, all of those things. And each one had its own purpose and meaning and effect in playing the role.
So, you obviously have a ton of accolades, potentially for this film as well. So, because you have such a deep connection with Aretha, I wanted to know what was a moment from your childhood that is brag worthy that you hadn't thought about or considered before this moment?
Oh my God. That is what? What did you say that
Brag
is?
worthy because
That
you've
rag worthy.
your career and so many things.
That's a good question, but I don't know. But you know what this has caused me to do? Go back and look at my younger self, like finding those old pictures and knowing like whatever that I was being cultivated in was preparing me for now. And so now I go back and look at those pictures and be like, who would have ever thought? Or did anyone know then? Or did I miss a sign? But I've been doing that a lot lately, thinking back to when I was a little young girl singing in the church choir. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Who it's so many of us that comes from the church. So to be the one to be here right now is like, wow, it causes you to go back and look at that.